Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Welcome to another episode on Agro Dreams. Today we're at a different space. This is actually a fish pond. I'll tell you what's going on in a second. This is actually a fish pond. It's deserted now because I had a few problems raising my catfish here. So I decided to just pause on that project and concentrate on other stuff. Recently, I learned about Azolla farming. Yes, that's Azolla you see. And I'm like, wow, this sounds good. It will be very beneficial for my farm. So why don't I give it a try? So Azolla is a plant that grows on the surface of water, and it consists of 30% protein. 30% protein. That is good for a livestock farmer. From what I learned and read on other blogs, is it's a supplement feed. So this is not meant to be a main feed for your animals as a supplement. That means you give them what you're supposed to give them, and you add this as extras, and the extra gives them that boost in protein, minerals, vitamins, and any other thing Azolla is rich on. So since I'm a livestock farmer, I'm like, why not? So I bought a couple of seeds from somebody online, and you can buy seeds from me because I have it. So I bought a couple of seeds from somebody online, and I made I prepared my pond. And today, this is 7 days. It looks like a green carpet thick. So initially, when I poured about 2 kilos of Azolla here, it didn't cover the whole pond. It was scattered. You could see spots, but after 7 days, you can see the green bed. Just refilling the tank with more water, so you can see the space it has created. So I'm giving it 1 more week so that it becomes rich, so that I can harvest and leave some for regrowth. And I plan on filling my other ponds with Azolla depending on how good it is to my animals. So here I have a fish pond. I have a few fish in it. I spread some of the Azolla here to see what happens. It hasn't multiplied, and I actually don't know why. Is the water not nutritious enough? Which shouldn't be the case. But I'll come back to this to figure out why the Azolla here hasn't multiplied. But for here, you can see it's going well. And I decided to make another pond here. So this is how the pond starts. You fill the base with soil, which I did. Just pick up some soil from around to fill the base. I believe because they are plants, this is the base. This is soil. It gives the plants that nutrients they need. And since you're growing this to feed your animals, you need to make sure they are very nutritious. What I have here is cow dung for my farm. So I'm like, wow, I have everything. Why not? So this is cow dung. This is the pond. I'll fill the pond to about 1 or 1.5 foot high and leave it for about a week. So the nutrients from the manure will be slowly sipped into the pond. That makes the pond rich. So when I just put 1 kilo or 2 kilos of Azolla here in a week, all here will be green like this place. I have my bag of cow dung here. This is a fish pond, so it has an outlet, but there's no need to drain water. You just keep topping up so that it doesn't go dry. Yeah, so that's the bag of manure. So you can see that the pond is nutritious. After 1 week, I will let you know how it looks like so that we go through harvesting and see how fast it multiplies. If this thing works for the farm, it will be so good because to have 30% protein source out of something that is not so hard to propagate, I think that is gold. So you can get your Azolla seed from me since I now have some. You can try to do this. Supplement your livestock, that is poultry, cattle, goats, sheep, and pigs with extra protein. Isn't nature wonderful? It is. Yeah, so I'll come back with an update. I have a pond that is not in use. I'll fix it up. One thing that's also important in Azolla farming is to provide it with some shade. The shade should be 50% covered, 50% sunlight. Plants need sunlight for growth. So when you're making your shade, consider that. I think this is good enough because this is my first try and it's going well. So I can say my shade is good enough. With time, I might just top it up with a few more leaves because some are getting dry. Yeah, so that's all for this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you try something, and let's see how this goes. Thank you, guys.